What if I told you that the first 5 minutes after you wake up are literally reshaping your brain right now? And you're probably doing it all wrong. Listen, I'm not here to waste your time with feel-good fluff or motivational speeches that fade by lunchtime. This is pure, hard neuroscience, backed by research from Harvard, Stanford, and leading neuroscience labs around the world. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact 3-step method that researchers have proven can physically change your brain structure in just 30 days. Not metaphorically, not spiritually, physically. We're talking about actual changes in your neural pathways, your brain chemistry, and the very structure of your grey matter. No expensive meditation apps, no 5,000 seminars, no guru on a mountaintop, just you, 5 minutes, and a decision to take control of your life. And here's the crazy part. The world's most successful people have been hiding this in plain sight. From Silicon Valley CEOs to Olympic athletes to best-selling authors, they all have one thing in common. They've mastered their mornings, but they're not doing what you think they're doing. Before we dive deep into this method, you need to understand why your current morning routine is sabotaging everything you do for the rest of the day, why you're tired by 2 p.m., why you can't focus, why anxiety feels like your default setting. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you will make you question every single morning you've ever had. And trust me, you'll want to start tomorrow differently. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain right now, every single morning. And I mean the neurological reality, not some abstract concept. The moment your eyes open, your brain enters what neuroscientists call a hypersuggestible state. Your brainwave patterns are transitioning from theta waves, the state of deep relaxation and creativity, to alpha waves, and eventually to beta waves when you're fully alert. This transition period, this liminal space between sleep and full consciousness, is absolutely critical. Think of your brain like wet cement during these first few minutes. Whatever you pour into it will harden and set the foundation for your entire day. But here's what most people do, and I'm willing to bet you're one of them. You grab your phone. Maybe it's become so automatic you don't even realize you're doing it. Your hand reaches out before your brain has even fully booted up, and boom, instant cortisol spike. Your primary stress hormone floods your system before you've even sat up in bed. You're scrolling through social media, looking at people's highlight reels while you're at your most vulnerable. You're reading news designed to trigger outrage and fear because that's what keeps you clicking. You're checking emails about problems you can't solve yet, meetings you're dreading, tasks that overwhelm you. You're literally programming your brain for anxiety, distraction, and reactivity before you've taken your first conscious breath of the day. Let me break down the neuroscience of what's happening here. Your prefrontal cortex, that's the CEO of your brain, the part responsible for executive function, decision-making, emotional regulation, and impulse control, is most receptive to new patterns right after you wake up. This is what researchers call your neuroplastic window, the time when your brain is most moldable, most open to creating new neural pathways. During this window, your brain is deciding which neural networks to strengthen and which to weaken. It's asking, what should I prepare for today? What patterns should I reinforce? When you immediately expose yourself to stress, chaos, and information overload, you're answering that question loud and clear. Strengthen the anxiety pathways, reinforce the distraction circuits, make stress my baseline. But here's what gets me genuinely excited and why I had to make this video. When you use these 5 minutes correctly, you're not just changing your morning. You're rewiring your neural pathways at the most fundamental level. You're literally building new synaptic connections in your brain that make calmness, focus, and resilience your default mode instead of stress and reactivity. This isn't motivation. This isn't positive thinking. This is biological transformation. You're changing the physical structure of your brain. MRI studies have shown measurable differences in brain structure after just 8 weeks of consistent morning practices like the one I'm about to teach you. Increased grey matter density in areas associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. Decreased activity in the amygdala, your fear center. Stronger connections in the prefrontal cortex. Think about that for a second. In less time than it takes to watch a TV episode, you could be fundamentally changing how your brain operates for the next 16 hours. Miss this window, and you're spending the rest of the day fighting uphill against stress hormones and scattered neural pathways. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. You might get where you're going, but it's going to be exhausting and inefficient. Okay, real quick before we get to the actual method. If you're getting value from this and you want more science-backed strategies to upgrade your life, your brain, and your daily performance, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button right now. Seriously, just do it. I'll wait. Hit the like button too. And here's why I'm actually asking. It's not just about ego or numbers. YouTube's algorithm needs to know this content is helping people so it can reach more people who desperately need it. There are millions of people out there starting their days in chaos, wondering why life feels so hard, and they have no idea it could be different. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Be honest, no judgment. I read every single comment, and I'm genuinely curious. Is it your phone? Your thoughts racing about the day ahead? Hitting snooze 5 times? Let me know. All right, now let's get to the method that's going to change everything. Here it is. The method I've been using for the past 3 years and teaching to thousands of people who've reported life-changing results. I call it the intentional dawn method. 3 steps, 5 minutes, 0 excuses, 0 equipment needed. Step 1, stillness, the neural reset, minutes 1-2. The moment your eyes open, and I mean the absolute second you regain consciousness, don't move, don't reach for your phone, don't check the time, don't start mentally running through your to-do list. Just be still. This is going to be harder than it sounds because your brain is already screaming at you. It's like a chorus of urgent voices. Check your phone. What did you miss? What notifications do you have? What do you need to do today? You're going to be late. You forgot something. Important. Your brain is in overdrive before you've even opened your eyes fully. Ignore all of it. Every single voice, every urge, every impulse. Instead, bring your awareness to your breathing. And here's the critical distinction. Don't try to control your breath. Don't force it to be deep or slow or rhythmic. Just observe it. Become a witness to your own breathing. Notice the cool air flowing in through your nostrils. Feel your chest rising and falling. Sense the slight pause between the inhale and the exhale. Feel the warm air leaving your body. Do this for 10 deep, conscious breaths. Count them if it helps you stay focused. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. This will take about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Now let me tell you what's happening on a neural and biochemical level during these 2 minutes, because understanding the science makes it easier to stick with the practice. You're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, what's often called your rest and digest mode. This is the opposite of the sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight response. When you consciously observe your breathing without trying to change it, you're sending a powerful signal to your vagus nerve, the longest nerve in your body that connects your brain to your major organs. The vagus nerve is like a highway of communication between your brain and body. When you stimulate it through conscious breathing, it tells your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, we're safe, there's no threat here, stand down. It's literally like turning off an alarm system that would otherwise be blaring all day. This immediately begins to reduce cortisol production. Instead, your brain starts releasing GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is your brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. It's like giving yourself a natural anti-anxiety medication, except it's your own biology doing the work. You're also strengthening what neuroscientists call your interoceptive awareness, your ability to sense what's happening inside your body. This might sound abstract, but it's incredibly practical. People with strong interoceptive awareness are better at recognizing stress before it overwhelms them, making better decisions, and regulating their emotions throughout the day. This single minute or two of stillness is like hitting the reset button on your entire nervous system. You're choosing calm over chaos before the world has a chance to impose chaos on you. And your brain is listening. Your body is responding. You're setting a baseline of peace rather than panic. Step 2. Gratitude. The chemical cocktail. Minutes 3-4. Still in bed or sitting on the edge of it, whatever feels natural, I want you to think of 3 specific things you're genuinely grateful for. But here's the key that most people miss when they try gratitude practices. You have to feel it. This isn't an intellectual exercise. This is an emotional and physiological practice. Don't just think I'm grateful for my health and move on. That does nothing. Your brain needs the emotional component to create lasting change. So when you think about your health, actually feel the sensation of gratitude in your chest. Feel the warmth spreading through your body. Feel the appreciation for your lungs working, your heart beating, your body functioning without you having to consciously control any of it. Maybe it's the warmth of your blanket against your skin, the sound of rain on the window or birds chirping outside, the fact that someone you love is still breathing on this planet, your dog who's happy to see you every single morning without fail, that first sip of coffee that's waiting for you, a roof over your head, your ability to see, hear, move, anything. Just 3 things, but feel them deeply. Here's why this works and why the neuroscience here is absolutely incredible. When you practice genuine gratitude, and I emphasize genuine because going through the motions doesn't cut it, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin. These are your natural happiness chemicals, your feel-good neurotransmitters. You're essentially giving yourself a hit of natural antidepressants without any side effects. But it gets even better. Multiple studies, including groundbreaking research from UCLA's Mindfulness Awareness Research Center, show that daily gratitude practice actually increases grey matter volume in your prefrontal cortex, the area associated with decision-making and emotional regulation. It strengthens neural pathways associated with positive thinking and weakens the pathways associated with negative rumination and anxiety. There's also fascinating research from the HeartMath Institute showing that gratitude creates something called heart coherence, a state where your heart rhythm becomes smooth and ordered rather than erratic. This coherence sends signals to your brain that enhance cognitive function, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. You're literally training your brain's reticular activating system, the filter that determines what information gets your attention, to scan for the positive instead of the negative. After 30 days of consistent practice, your brain will automatically start finding things to be grateful for throughout the day, even during challenges. It becomes automatic. You'll catch yourself in traffic feeling grateful for the heated seats in your car instead of raging about the delay. You'll have a difficult conversation at work and still notice something to appreciate. You're shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset at the neurological level. This isn't just about feeling better, though you absolutely will. It's about fundamentally changing your brain's default filter from what's wrong to what's right, from what's missing to what's present. Step 3. Visualization, neural pathway programming, minutes 4-5. Close your eyes again. Now, I want you to visualize your ideal day unfolding. But here's where most visualization practices fail. People are way too vague. I want to have a good day doesn't do anything for your brain. Your brain needs specific, vivid, sensory-rich imagery. Be specific. See yourself sitting at your desk, completely focused, knocking out that important project. See the screen in front of you. See your hands on the keyboard. Hear the sound of productive work. Imagine checking off that task and feeling the satisfaction. Visualize having a meaningful conversation with your partner where you're fully present, making eye contact, listening without thinking about what you're going to say next. See their face, hear their voice, feel the connection. Feel yourself energized during your workout, your body strong and capable, pushing through that last rep or that final mile. Feel your muscles working, your breath steady and powerful. Watch yourself handling an unexpected problem, maybe a difficult email or a scheduling conflict, with calm and wisdom instead of reactivity and stress. See yourself taking a breath, thinking clearly, and responding from a place of centeredness. Here's the critical part that makes this work. Don't just see it. Feel the emotions associated with these visualizations. Feel the pride of accomplishment, the joy of genuine connection, the satisfaction of overcoming obstacles, the confidence of handling challenges with grace. The neuroscience behind this is mind-blowing. Your brain has what's called mirror neurons, neurons that fire both when you perform an action and when you observe or imagine that action. This is why watching someone get hurt makes you wince. Your mirror neurons are firing as if you're experiencing it. But here's the key. Your brain cannot reliably distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, especially when strong emotions are involved. When you visualize success with genuine emotion, you're creating the exact same neural pathways as if you'd actually experienced it. You're literally pre-programming your brain for success. Elite athletes have known this for decades. Olympic gold medalists spend almost as much time visualizing their performance as they do actually training. Why? Because brain scans show that visualizing yourself performing an activity activates the same neural networks as physically performing it. You're essentially practicing success in your mind, building the neural highways that make that success easier to achieve in reality. You're also priming your reticular activating system, that filter I mentioned earlier, to spot opportunities and resources that align with your visualized day. It's like programming your brain's GPS with the exact coordinates of your destination. Your brain becomes hyper-aware of anything that can help you get there. The 30-day neuroplasticity challenge, stillness, gratitude, visualization, 3 steps, 5 minutes. That's the entire method. I can already hear what some of you are thinking. That's it? This seems too simple to actually work. And that's exactly why most people never change. They're looking for something complex, something difficult, something that requires huge effort or expensive tools. But the most powerful transformations come from simple practices done with unwavering consistency. Here's where most people fail catastrophically. They do it once, maybe twice, and expect magic. They want instant results. They think one morning of breathing in gratitude is going to undo years of stress-driven patterns. That's not how neuroplasticity works. That's not how biology works. Your brain needs repetition to build new pathways. Neuroscience research shows it takes approximately 30 days of consistent practice, and some studies suggest up to 66 days to establish a new neural pathway and begin making it automatic. 1 or 2 sessions doesn't cut it. You need consistency. Think of it like going to the gym. One workout doesn't build muscle. One healthy meal doesn't transform your health. But 30 days of consistent workouts, 30 days of consistent nutrition, that creates measurable, visible change. Your brain works the same way. Do this for 30 days straight. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you're traveling. I don't care if you slept terribly. 5 minutes, every morning, no exceptions. Track it. Mark an X on a calendar every day you complete it. Put it somewhere you'll see it. Make it visual. Make it real. Don't judge yourself if you miss a day. We're human. Life happens. Just get back to it immediately. Don't let one missed day become 2, then 3, then I'll start again Monday, which becomes never. But I'm telling you, by day 30, you won't recognize your brain. Studies using MRI technology have shown measurable changes in brain structure after just 8 weeks of consistent mindfulness practices. Increased grey matter density in the hippocampus, which governs learning and memory. Decreased grey matter density in the amygdala, your fear and stress center. Strengthened connections in the prefrontal cortex, your executive control center. You will have literally changed your brain's chemistry and structure, new neural connections, stronger circuits for calm, happiness, and focus, weaker circuits for anxiety, reactivity, and stress. This isn't metaphor. This is measurable biological change. Think about it like this. We build our lives day by day, and each day is built moment by moment. The first moments of each day are your foundation. If the foundation is weak and chaotic, everything you build on top of it, your work, your relationships, your health, your decisions, will be unstable. But if the foundation is solid, grounded in intention and peace, everything you build will be stable and strong. This 5-minute ritual isn't just another task on your to-do list. It's not something you should do. It's the most important thing you can do. It's an act of radical self-love. It's the most powerful declaration you can make each morning. My inner peace and well-being are my priority. Everything else flows from this. And here's what happens when you make that declaration and back it up with action. Your productivity increases, not because you're forcing yourself to work harder, but because you're working from a state of mental clarity and focus instead of scattered anxiety. Your relationships improve, not because you're trying to control or change other people, but because you're interacting from a place of calm and empathy instead of reactivity and defensiveness. Your health improves because you're chronically reducing your stress levels, which affects everything from your immune system to your cardiovascular health to your digestive system. Look, I'm going to be straight with you. The external world will always be chaotic and unpredictable. Always. There will always be challenges you didn't anticipate, difficult people who test your patience, alarming news that triggers your anxiety, plans that fall apart, unexpected obstacles. You cannot control that. You cannot control the external chaos. No one can. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can focus your energy where it actually matters. What you absolutely can control, what you have 100% control over, is your internal world, your thoughts, your reactions, your mental state, your emotional baseline, and it all starts in those sacred first 5 minutes of your day. This is your santuario personal, your personal sanctuary, your time to connect with yourself before connecting with the world, your opportunity to set the tone, to choose your baseline, to decide who you're going to be today. Most people are victims of their mornings. They wake up and immediately react to whatever comes at them. Notifications, demands, other people's agendas. They're bouncing around like a pinball, completely at the mercy of external circumstances, wondering why they feel powerless and exhausted. You don't have to live that way. You can become the architect of your days instead of a victim of your mornings. I'm challenging you right now. 30 days. The intentional dawn method. Every single morning. Document how you feel on day one. Write it down. This is how I feel on today's date. My stress level is cannabis. My focus is canimbafanok. My overall sense of well-being is canbosis. Be honest. No one else needs to see it. Then do the practice every day for 30 days. And on day 30, document again. Compare. I absolutely guarantee, and I don't make guarantees lightly, the person who finishes this challenge won't be the same person who started it. You'll be more centered, more focused, more emotionally resilient, and genuinely happier. The big changes in life don't come from heroic acts or massive overhauls. They don't come from completely reinventing yourself overnight. They come from small, simple habits practiced with daily consistency. Tiny hinges swing big doors. This is one of those tiny hinges that can swing open massive doors in your life. You have the power to change your brain and your life. That's not hyperbole. That's neuroscience. The question isn't whether you can. The question is, will you? Will you commit to 5 minutes a day for 30 days to fundamentally transform how your brain operates? If this video opened your eyes to something new, if it gave you hope that change is actually possible, if it showed you a path forward, then subscribe to this channel right now. We're building a community of people who refuse to be victims of their circumstances, people who understand that small, consistent actions create massive transformations, people who are willing to do the work even when it's not convenient. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. I'm constantly breaking down the science of human optimization, habit formation, and personal transformation. Your future self, the version of you 30 days from now, 90 days from now, a year from now, will thank you for subscribing today. Share this video with someone who needs it. You know who they are. That friend who's always stressed. That family member who can't seem to get it together in the mornings. That colleague who's struggling. Send them this link. You might literally change their life. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is tomorrow morning, not next Monday. Not after you finish this project, not when life calms down, because it won't. Tomorrow morning. Set an intention right now. Say it out loud if you're alone. Tomorrow morning, I'm starting the intentional dawn method. 5 minutes, no excuses. I believe in you. I know you can do this, and I can't wait to hear about your transformation. I'll see you in the next video. Now go change your brain.